Hey, it's Rod Bergeron here with you today, and I'm once again out in Peter's Woods and I'm doing some field studies for a larger work that I'm going to be working on. I came across this gnarly looking tree behind me, and really one of the only red looking trees that I've seen out here all day. I've tromped around most of this. Really, to get red trees you need a hard frost, and we haven't had any frost yet. As a matter of fact, today it's like 20 degrees Celsius out here in the middle of October, which is just crazy. Um, so I was thinking about how is it that we get this gnarly looking tree and some of the other foliage around here onto the page successfully. So let's have a look at doing that. Yeah, you're gonna need candy for this one. I'm all out of coffee, so really wish I had a coffee, but I got still a pocket full of candy, so let's do this. All right. So I do believe it's going to rain on me, and that's just the way the cookie crumbles. I'm going to put my pencil crayons down there. So a couple of trees that I'm looking at on this thing. I was considering doing this drawing landscape, but I think I'm going to change my mind and put it portrait. There's a, I'm not kidding. Like in my view right here, there are thousands of trees, thousands. So obviously you can't get all of them on the page, but I think the red one is going to go on the left 1/3, and the big giant one is going to go on the right hand 1/3. And I might include some of the other smaller ones, but at this point I'm not 100% sure. So this tree has, let's just say this tree has been around. So I'm just looking with my eye, obviously. I'm just looking and drawing and looking and drawing. And that's sort of what it is that I'm going to continue to do here. Is I'm just looking and then putting a mark on the page. So you should think about, I'm looking at a spot, I'm putting a mark on the page. I'm looking at a spot, I'm putting a mark on the page. And think about that all the way as you're going along, just looking, moving, looking, moving. There's a little Y up here. And one of the things that I think I need you to understand is that we're not always just drawing. I mean, one of the things that you need to understand about drawing, whether it's in plein air or anywhere really, is you need to look first. Look and then draw. Look and then draw. There's really no alternative for looking when it comes to the art world. You need to look and observe much more before you ever start to move your pen. And you'll notice I work in black pen. I get questions about this all the time, but primarily black pen is my choice of tool. I don't draw in graphite very often. I guess when I do draw in graphite, it's usually for a different, I usually have a reason why I'm drawing in graphite. So this is very open here. There's quite a big hole. There's actually a hole that goes in here like this, and then there's another hole that goes in there like this. I'm sure some critter is probably living in there. Okay, so if you see what I'm doing, I'm moving, I'm drawing, I'm moving, I'm drawing, I'm moving, and I never really stop that. So this is very dark in here, and this is a little bit less dark. So I'm going to put my hatching a little bit further apart, and then this is very dark. Same with these. This one is very, very dark. I'm going to put my hatching going in different directions. Put some cross hatching in that. So remember, one of the things that I want you to think about is not in plein air, it should be about getting your thoughts about this particular item, this particular point of study. It should be about getting those on the page. That's what a field study really should be about. It should be about how is it you as an artist are getting these things on the page. I'm looking at this bark, I'm looking at the way that it turns and the way that it curls and the way that it goes around other things, how it is it connects to other stuff, and then I'm just putting those lines onto the page. I need this to be a little bit darker, so I'm going to cross hatch this back in here, and I'm also going to cross hatch this a little bit here, and I'm going to start to curve some of my cross hatching. You know, I'm going to start to curve, give it some indication that it's not a straight line. Give it some indication that it's got some movement to it. On the other side of this tree, we have another large opening like this, and this one actually comes down and has a lip on it and then curls back in around this, and this lip actually comes down into another big opening along here. But this opening is very long and quite narrow. I'm going to put some hatching in here for the dark area of this. So I'm making decisions as I go along here. I'm making decisions that are, you know, mostly, I'm making decisions about this is a dark area, this is a light area. This is a dark area, this is a light area. And when I make those decisions and when I look at that thing and I see, oh, that's a really super dark area, I should probably make that very, very dark. And when I think that in my head, pardon me, when I think that in my head, I go right at it right away and I make those into hatching and cross hatching. And if it's not dark enough after I hatch it, then I cross hatch it more. And I'm putting in some curved lines here to give some indication that this is a tree. This is a tree that has bent and curved areas to it. This is a tree that has big holes within it. I think it just started to rain a little bit. But I'm going to stick it out. I'm going to stick it out for you guys. I'm going to hang in here and get this drawing done so that I can say I did this. This has turned out not too bad at all, and up in here this is a little bit more curved hatching. I'm going to put that in a little bit darker like that, and in here this is a little bit of this, put in some more curved hatching in here. To think about what it is, how it is my hatching is going to affect the area beside it, or is it going to affect the area beside it? Or is it going to be an area that's going to stand alone? Like when I'm coming along here, I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to make this curved, but do I need to make that area along there curved, or can I leave that as a light area? Can I make it so that that is just going to be part of a lit area of the tree? I'm kind of happy with the way that this is going right now, and I'm going to put in some more of these. There's a lot of holes, and obviously this is going to be some of the things that I'm going to edit, because I'm never going to put all of these holes. I mean, this woodpecker has gone to town on this thing. I am never going to put all of this onto this drawing. I would have to be here for a week and I still wouldn't get it all in. And remember, this is a field study, so field studies, quick, to the point. There should be something that allows you to go home and think about, is this something that I want to do further work to? And so down here, this is this crazy kind of grass that's down here, and it's these long linear, almost like bamboo sort of stuff this is. I did remember what this was called one time. Somebody asked me when I did a video. I used it before as a grass. I'll take a picture of it and I'll put it up here. It's the craziest looking stuff, but I'm going to use some of that in the background here. Alright, maybe put a little bit of hatching in here just to give some indication that this is a darker kind of an area. It does have quite a bit of shadow on here. Oh, I think I just felt another drop. Anyways, we're going to stick it out. We're going to stick it out and we're going to crank through this. You know, the great thing about field studies, the great thing about coming outside is that you have to be ready about, you know, for anything. You have to be ready for the weather. You're coming out into nature, and nature sometimes doesn't want you here. And so if you want to be here and nature doesn't want you here, you got to come out here and be ready for it. Alright, that's not too bad actually. I'm going to include this other little tree right here. And, or am I? Or is this good? I wonder. You know, I'm coming out here to do field studies, and I have. And I wonder if this is enough of a study of an old tree trunk that I don't need to do the other one. I think I'm going to leave it like this. Why not? I think I'm going to put in a couple of curved lines here like this. Alright. That's good. I'm going to leave it. Alright. If you learned anything from me on this video, please click liked. If you're currently a subscriber, I thank you very much. And if you're not currently a subscriber, please subscribe to my channel. Links to all the products that I use are in the description below. If you would click on those links, I would really appreciate it. And up above in the corner right now, you're going to see there's a poll that I'm doing. I want to know if the people who watch me ever go outside and draw and paint. I really want you to click on that poll. Do that poll for me. Thanks a lot. It's Bergeron. I'm out here in Peters Woods. I hope you learned something from me. Have an awesome day.